name is Jocelyn with the studio, and today we are filming a little cloth mask tutorial. So we've got our pieces and we're gonna make a mask that fits over the nose and mouth, kind of fits under the chin a little bit as well, and we're just gonna get started. The first thing you are going to do is print out the PDF pattern, and that will be available on the website. What you will find is that your pattern will look just like this. It's one piece, one pattern piece, but you're going to cut it out 4 times. So once you've done this, you will pin the front of the mask together. This is the long curved part. This is what will go in front of your face, and this is what will attach to your ear, the short end. So we are going to start by pinning this together, and it's not a very long pattern piece, so you won't need many pins. Probably 3 should do the trick. So you can see that right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I'm gonna start sewing and then reverse stitch, because you always want to lock your stitches. Okay, I'm gonna pull my needle out, lift up my presser foot, and you'll see now we have a seam. So I can pull the pins out now and cut off the excess thread. And once you open it, you'll kind of see, like, okay, this looks like a mask, this would fit my face. And you're going to take a second piece, so this one I already sewed together, and you want to pin right sides together. So I'm gonna snuggle this guy in here, and they'll kind of fit in together like a cup, like it'll go in. So I always like to start by lining up the seams. So I'm starting right in the center like this, and pinning. So here we go. Again, it's not a huge pattern piece, so you do not need a ton of pins. I'm going to pin the bottom near the chin of the mask. And again, you're doing right sides together, which if you are very familiar with sewing, you already know this concept. If you are still new, then the reason you'll hear right sides together over and over again is because typically you make projects and you sew them and then you turn them inside out, or like you don't want the seam allowance to show. Like, that's always going to be the inside of your garment. So you'll have something that looks sort of like this, and you'll see that will fit over somebody's face really nicely. And again, I am just going to sew. Always remember to reverse your stitches at the end when you start and when you stop, so beginning and end. So again, I can pull these pins out, clip my extra threads. And you will have what looks like a mask. Now we're going to take this and turn it inside out. So you will just kind of push and pull, do a little tugging, and bring everything out like this. Awesome. And now what I will do is take this to the iron. So I want to press this all together. So I'll show you that step next. Okay, so once you sew your two pieces together, it'll look something like this. So now we want to press it. In order to press it, I have my iron on. I'm going to really pinch the sides together and then go in, use some steam, really press it out. Here we go on the other side, and I'm going to do this on all four sides and you'll see what difference it makes. Just pressing it together. Now, when I look at the mask, you can see it's pressed. It will fit a face much better. It's not going to be pinched in. And once you have it at this stage, we want to turn it so that we can press the sides in. This is going to allow us to have a channel for the elastic. So I'm going to press it over once first, leaving a very, very small allowance, because I'm going to press it the second time, or turn it a second time. Turn it once, press, turn it twice, press. There you go. Again, turn it twice, press. And what you're going to see here is that now we can sew these two sides shut. And I'm going to do it with some elastic inside. So here I just have some 3/8 braided elastic. This is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. Again, in this scarcity, we don't have everything we could possibly need, so we're going to kind of make do with what we have. But once we sew these sides up with some elastic inside, this will be a loop that can fit around the ears. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. The next step in making our masks is to add the elastic, which will fit behind the ears. So we will take our finished and pressed piece, and I will take a piece of elastic that is 11 inches long, insert it just so it lays flat and kind of flush against the edge, like over on this side, because we're going to sew right here as close as we can to the side. So I'm just going to adjust this, put my presser foot down, and I also suggest that you push your needle over as far as you can to the side. It'll just help you get closer to the edge of your fabric. Reverse stitch. And then you'll see I sewed all the way on the side, so this actually can still move up and down. I just find it easier to sew the channel with the elastic in. That way I don't have to try to feed it through. So I'm going to take another piece of elastic. Oh, I might need to cut some more. Oh no, I have some right here. So I'm going to fit this in right here. Again, put it under my machine. So all the way up the side in order to create that channel. So now this is what I have, and all I have to do is loop the sides together because they're not closed yet. The elastic is still just one long piece. I'm going to loop the sides together, overlap it, and sew right here. So you can watch me as I do this. Sometimes sewing over elastic can be really difficult, so do not be discouraged. Just feel free to move your machine. Sometimes you want to switch your setting and turn the length to be a little higher. Alright, that should be good. So that's one side. Now I'm going to do the same to the other. We'll put it under my presser foot. And I'm just going back and forth, forward, reverse a few times until it's right. And now I can take my scissors, cut off any extra threads because you always have those when you're sewing. Just lots of little snipping, almost done. And once you've done that, you can just kind of pull your elastic so that that piece that you sewed is inside this channel, so that way you don't see it. It just makes it look cleaner. So I'm going to do it to this side as well. And let's cut this little thread off. This is your finished mask.